Meanwhile, the Orthodox ecumenists have drawn even closer to the Roman Catholics. How is this justified? Do the Roman Catholics perhaps have a different attitude towards other religions? It is clear then that Roman Catholicism, by means of a cultural theology, has accepted a new, refined syncretism. The same God.
Look forward.
On his trips throughout the world, the Pope pays visits to the leaders of the local religions and expresses his respect for them and for their religions. On what do the Roman Catholics base this affirmation of theirs regarding other religions? The Church, they contend, is the usual and chief path of salvation. The non-Christian religions are other paths of revelation and salvation. They all lead to the common God, to the common Father. Cultural theology and the syncretistic views of other religions have prepared the ground for a new theology of global peace and the creation of a new civilization through the cooperation of the world's religions.
And the heritage of Mahatma Gandhi speaks to us still. And today, as a pilgrim of peace, I have come here to pay homage to Mahatma Gandhi, hero of humanity. Mahatma Gandhi thought that if all men and women, whatever...
The openness of the Vatican to other religions for mutual knowledge and mutual enrichment is being steadily expanded.
Pope John Paul and the Dalai Lama.
Rapprochement and the exchange of gifts and ideas are the first stage.
Precise translation.
What is the next stage? At the initiative of Pope John Paul II, on October the 27th, 1986, in Assisi, Italy, the first meeting of religions for the peace of the world took place. "150 representatives from 12 religions took part. Also present were the four great worldwide in the World Congress of Faith, the Temple of Understanding, and the World Conference on Religion and Peace. Present were Buddhists, Muslims, Aboriginals from Africa and America, Zoroastrians, Sikhs, Hindus, and Shintoists. Also present was Elio Toaf, chief rabbi of the Central Synagogue of Rome, which the Pope had visited a few months previously. Christians of almost all confessions were represented. The World Council of Churches, Nestorians, Non-Chalcedonians, Copts, Armenians, Malabarese, Roman Catholics, Old Catholics, Anglicans, Lutherans. Unfortunately, there was also a place at this pan-religious meeting for the Orthodox ecumenists, who indeed played a decisive role in its realization. There were delegates from the Orthodox churches of Finland and Czechoslovakia, the Patriarchate of Bulgaria, the Patriarchate of Romania, the Patriarchate of Georgia, the Patriarchate of Moscow, and the Patriarchate of Antioch. A special place next to the Pope was occupied by Archbishop Runcie, the presiding bishop of the Anglicans, and Archbishop Methodius of Thyatira, the representative of the Patriarchate of Constantinople. The churches of Alexandria and Jerusalem declared their spiritual assent with messages. The Church of Greece unfortunately participated in a prayerful way with a well-known Byzantine choir from Athens, which chanted at the three main presentations at Assisi. Was the only speaker. In his address, he equated the prayer of Christians to the true and only God with the prayer of all other religions.
It is the result of prayer.
Peace, he emphasized, is a fruit of prayer, which in the various religions expresses a relationship with a supreme power.
With a supreme power that surpasses our human capacities alone.
The Pope's speech was followed by silent prayer, joint prayer. those of other religions were assigned Christian churches to perform their worship services and to pray for peace. The Buddhists prayed in the parish church of St. Peter. They placed a small statue of Buddha on the altar. Assembled in the church of Santa Maria Maggiore. Sitting around the sanctuary, they invoked the whole succession of their gods. The Muslims gathered in the monastery of St. Anthony. The Aboriginals of Africa prayed in the church of St. Gregory and prepared their peace pipes inside the sanctuary. The Shintoists were assigned to the Benedictine monastery. This was truly a great fall for the Orthodox ecumenists. But unfortunately, it was not the last. Within a year, in December of 1987, Patriarch Demetrius prayed at the Vatican in a fully official way with Pope John Paul II, the instigator and leader of the Babylon of Assisi. Since 1986, the Vatican has continued its effort towards the ecumenical cooperation of religions. Every year, the Roman Catholics organize a similar interreligious meeting in different cities in Europe. In Rome in 1987 and 1988. In Warsaw in 1989. In Bari in 1990. And in Malta in 1991. In 1992, the meeting took place in Brussels. Unfortunately, the presence of Orthodox ecumenists is always strongly evident. They steadfastly follow the Roman Catholics in their interreligious openness. The Seventh Meeting of Religions took place in Milan in 1993. At the famous La Scala of Milan, the start of the proceedings was announced by Mikhail Gorbachev, former president of the Soviet Union, who was also the main speaker. In 1994, the 8th meeting was held, again in Assisi. How was it that the Orthodox ecumenists yet again took part in this global apostasy? How could they place our holy faith on the same level as heresies and the other religions of the world? For 9 days, the Roman Catholics contributed to the organization of the Parliament.
Friends and representatives of many nations, many communities, and especially many faiths.
The Vatican participated in a very official way. The secretary of the Pontifical Institute for Interreligious Dialogue was present, as was the Archbishop of Chicago, Joseph Bernardin.
My dear friends, all of us who are here this afternoon truly believe that in our increasingly interdependent, limited, and divided world, there is a hunger for and a growing confidence in the wisdom and power of the transcendent.
The platform of the Parliament was not only a place for speeches, but also a place of prayer and worship by the most disparate groups and religions. Present were Unitarians, Buddhists, Sikhs, Muslims.
This is indeed an occasion of shalom, of peace.
Jews,
Sisters and brothers,
if warfare and strife be for the
Baha'is.
sake of religion,
Very early religions
On July the 3rd, 1994, in Australia, a new ecumenical body was founded, the National Council of Churches of Australia. In the Roman Catholic Cathedral of St. Christopher, a special service was held for the establishment of this body.
At the present moment, it's a rite of purification. The Eucharist purifies the atmosphere.
The service began with the Aboriginals in a pagan ceremony of purification in the sanctuary.
A source of comfort and warmth.
Was this simply a folkloric display?
Holy water, I guess.
Are such improprieties permitted in a Christian church?